Hey guys. So, one thing that I like is how this chapter wastes no time for shit to hit the fan as the crew is immediately ambushed by Godak Noella and the Dark Stars. And I'll get this out of the way first. It did kind of irk me a little that someone as meticulous as Hermit didn't account for this outcome, but at the same time, it does balance out by the fact that Mushroom is actually giving me personally the confrontation I had always wanted to see, which is the Shining and the Dark Stars finally clashing, and yeah, with the knowledge that they kind of share history with each other, that just creates a whole bunch of possibilities of how this could go down. Like like this is a confrontation I wanted all the way back during the confrontation with Ziggy and obviously it starts with a fight between Brigandine and Valkyrie, as well as a confrontation between Witch and Wizard, or as we know his true name to be, Leonard, Witch's fiance. Which, yeah, let's start by talking about the confrontation with Brigandine and that look of utter shock on Valkyrie's face. Now, granted, I think it's obvious it was just because she was basically surprised that there's someone who can keep up with her, but but at the same time, the level of the look of shock on her face plus her response of, oh, okay, it it's one of those things that says to me that even if Valkyrie doesn't recognize Brigandine from her past, she at least instinctually, like, she has this instinctual feeling like she pretty much knows him, and that and it's just a matter of getting those memories knocked loose and just kind of like it all just kind of like her regaining those memories back now. And when adding on to the fact that we did learn Wizard's true name, like, I feel like the real purpose of this confrontation, no matter the outcome, is gonna be the Starshines walking away from this truly resolved to accept whatever pain comes with those memories. Because you could say that up to this point, they've been kind of impatient to get their memories back, in itself showing that they themselves maybe were just not prepared to handle the truth. But I think after this encounter, and assuming they don't regain their memories like mid-battle, I think it will give them like the resolve needed to accept whatever pain comes with those memories and whatever happens. Which, on that note, while I'm sure Mashima is saving it for a certain moment, like he always does, most likely when the Starshines do regain their memories in full, I did I did kind of walk away from this chapter feeling a little unfulfilled, in the sense where I wish we could have had touched a little more upon what catastrophe had fallen upon the world all those thousands of years ago. Like, and not even like I want anything revealed about what happened necessarily, but just a little bit more build up. A little bit more build up would have been nice. Like, I wanted to see a little bit more of that flashback that we saw. Although I guess you could say it is enough to know now that the world that we're seeing, the world that our characters inhabit, is very much kind of a more post-apocalyptic world. Oh, and one that was almost kind of born from the aftermath of whatever happened. Like, it was like 20,000 years ago. So that in itself makes me think. So honestly, even just knowing that though, it's kind of make me think that whatever this catastrophe was, it was something akin to like a second Big Bang, something that fractured the universe and divided into the numerous cosmos and planets that exist in the world today. At least that's what I can surmise based on what we know so far. And yeah, honestly, this is one of those chapters that kinda ends abruptly and makes me feel there's a little bit more much we could have done with this chapter, like maybe throwing Brain confronting Hermit into the mix as well. But again, time and place, I'm sure. And honestly, while all the Starshines are important to focus on in this case, I think there's a lot more value in addressing like Valkyrie and Witch first, since they're the ones with no knowledge of what happened in the previous world, or even more so, probably even aware of who these people are. So more so like because Valkyrie and Witch are the most blank slate characters of the group, I think there is like more purpose to like addressing what's going on with them first. Now, with that said, this chapter also did make me wonder how much longer Mashima plans to have Pino conked out. Like, again, I imagine it'll be until he's ready to make the big reveal of what happened in the past, but at this point, with us pretty much so close to the end, I doubt he's gonna keep her like that for very long, considering all the other shit that's going on. And especially considering she's the one with all the answers, it's just a matter of when, and even more so. I wonder. One of the big things I'm also curious about is I wonder if one is at all aware of the fact that Pino has these memories. Because if he does, then that would give the nature of this attack all the more urgency. Because from a certain point of view, if Pino manages to successfully awaken the memories within not only the Starshines, but the Dark Stars as well, then he would have lost a considerable, he would have lost a valuable fighting force at that point. And both sides, with both sides having turned against him, like it's just one more thing he's going to have to deal with. And that feels like what Mashima is setting up. And to be honest, well, I'm not going to say it's a guarantee it'll happen. I think this would be the best way to at least avert one tragedy of the Starshines dying at the hands of their loved ones. It's just a matter of I don't know if it'll subvert whatever the battle with one is going to look like. Like, I think the battle with one is still going to end up being a pretty bloody confrontation, and like that's where I'm like, okay, I think, okay, yeah, that's where I'm like, yeah, I think one is probably going to be if there's still going to be tragedy with it, it's likely to be in that final battle with one, not just like, yeah. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I got for this review. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Analyst Crunchyroll, be sure to notification bell, hit the subscribe button, and just shove it around, guys. Dark Knight of signing off. Later, everyone.